Hey everyone, before this video starts, I want to give a huge thanks to Daily Maril. Without him, this video wouldn't have been possible. He gave me the idea of doing this video, and I really appreciate it. So go to his profile and just give him a follow. And yeah. Okay, so this is the third time me recording this, and it's just really frustrating. And I put a lot of effort into this, and I really appreciate it if you left a like, because this video has taken almost 3 hours to make, and it usually doesn't take me that long. But yeah, anyway, let's get started. So this video is going to be like a tips video for beginners. Just some things for beginners to do and some things for beginners to avoid. So yeah, let's get into the first one. Okay, so the first one is don't save up for the best crop when you're first starting out. Just build your way up. What I mean by that is when I was first starting out, I had obviously 5 wheat seeds, and I wanted to get carrots. I wanted to get carrots really bad, and I did get carrots, and could only afford one, and it took me so long to get more and more and to just build up my carrot collection. So that's why I advise you to go with wheat, then go for tomato, potato, carrot, and so on and so forth. Don't get grapes though. Grapes are kind of useless. I don't really like them. Just go for onions. Yeah, that's it for the first tip. Now on to the second one. Okay, so tip number 2 is when you have spare time, mine iron. So what I mean by that is if you come over here, come out of the portal, and go to your right, it should show this area over here, and for some reason it's only showing stone, but it has the it can either spawn stone, coal, and iron. So I'm gonna see if I can just and if no iron spawning, you can just mine some of the stone out, and it gives some root. There you go. So iron is really important for crafting almost everything later on. I found myself really needing it, and having to like grind it a ton. So if you just mine some every day, just a little every day, and smelt it as well, it'll definitely build up, and you'll have enough for late game. And once you have that, you're basically set. So that's tip number 2, and now on to tip number 3. Okay, so tip number 3 is kind of ties into tip number 2. It's if you're having trouble getting iron by iron totems. So what totems are is, say you have an iron totem, it just generates iron. And so to get totems, you start over here, where this is the main entrance, and if you go to your left, there's a totems merchant, and buy one that's iron. It's 4,000 coins, and you have to have a 7x7 area cleared out, so it has its maximum efficiency. Well, basically what it does is it just places these rocks around it, just like if you find them in the main island. It's just like that. I mean, I don't know how fast they spawn, but they spawn one at a time, not all of them at once. And then there's also it also stores iron ore in its storage. And yeah, that's tip number 3. Now on to tip number 4. Tip number 4 is expand your island frequently. What I mean by that is, well, so this island over here, this is about the same kind of island you start with, this kind of size, and that's just not big enough. Like, my entire shop would be too big for that. So you can see all the stuff that I have. That's basically, you need it. So all this farm area that's like twice the size. You couldn't even fit this on here. There's just so much stuff. Like, basically none of the things on my island could fit, except maybe the iron totems. And yeah, so you just need to, every day, just a little bit, buy some grass, and build some more. It'll really help. Again, it's another thing I didn't know I really had to do, until I got better at the game. And so yeah, that's about it for tip number 4. Now on to the last tip, number 5. Tip number 5 is farm berry seeds often. So when you start off, I'm just going to keep using this as a reference for the starter island. When you start off, you have one berry seed, or one berry bush. That's not very much. As you may or may not know, when you farm crops, there's a rare chance to drop an extra seed. And so it's really hard when you only have one berry bush. But you just have to keep on doing it. I know. It seems like you'll never get another one. I've been there, but one day I got an extra one, and then I kept farming that, and I got an extra one, and now I have all this stuff. And they give you so much money too. It's like 25 coins each, and I just sold about 500-ish, and that gave me a lot of money. And so yeah, I think that's gonna do it for today's video. Again, this took me, I had to record this 3 times, so a like and subscribe would really be appreciated, so more people can see this and my channel can grow. And yeah, I guess I'll see you in the next video.